quick. I got you, bro. All
Mom, can you record?
I have a whole
Yeah, I'm
paper
Rack. I'm Rack.
with
The nigga Shinra's
policy.
ass. So I put like the word proposition as my title to get more clicks. Niggas like, oh, you don't know proposition. Nigga Shinra's ass, bro. Got pressed over YouTube
Mm.
by that nigga's ass, bro. I mentioned him losing the Clorox. He got mad, bro.
Yeah, let me put this paper real quick, bro.
Hold on, I'm finna go take a piss.
Papers. Oh yeah, right here. Here is the paper. So I'm gonna read this out to you, okay? A hasty generalization in this case is just gonna be a general conclusion that is made without sufficient evidence. Basically, sufficient evidence in this case can be some sort of inductive reasoning, since in this case your P1 following up to your P2 is not recognizing is not addressing counter arguments or addressing these other standpoints or views on the situation. So if you are just going to make it a hasty generalization fallacy, which also goes in pair with your weak inductive reasoning, then of course in this case I would just be more
Alright, I bet.
justified. I would just be more justified to say that the
What were you
argument that I said.
saying? I went to go take a piss. What were you saying?
We said what?
I went to go take a piss. Can you like re-say all that?
I just like had to go get my book back. Or I'll just like want.
Hello.
Yeah, I could just say it again. So look, a hasty generalization is a statement or conclusion that is made without sufficient evidence. That's the fallacy that you are doing here, and I can explain why you are doing this fallacy.
Okay. Yeah, that's for it.
Or you want me to explain it?
Yeah, that's why I just said go for it.
Okay. So yeah, I just want to ask you first: are you using inductive reasoning? Like, do you agree with that? Yes or no?
Do I agree with? Am I using inductive reasoning?
Yeah, actually, just answer my question. Are you using inductive? Yes or no? That's just a question. My bad. Just tired.
No. I guess I'm going to be using deductive reasoning.
Okay, so you think it's a general?
Yes.
Yeah, I just think in this case you just like haven't proved this is just going to be a general in this case
Well.
if you are using inductive.
Okay. Well, the argument and the premises are simply a justification. I don't really need evidence in order to satisfy my conclusion.
Whereas they're saying you don't need evidence.
Yes. All I need is some sort of reasoning that backs up my conclusion.
Yeah, I don't think your conclusion can follow even analytically.
Okay, well I can explain how it does follow if you like.
First of all, you haven't justified your analytics for
I don't need
for
to.
that's other virtue, which that is what you call God. You just haven't like justified that analytically, because there could be many other causes for your existence or many other essential parts for your
Bro,
existence. Not
for those other causes to even exist, they must have existence themselves, right? They must fall under the concept of existence in order to exist. And
it's
what I
kind of
define God as is the concept of existence.
that's the same blunder. That's you keep wording it like that, and that's your same blunder. That's what you need to improve on. You keep saying
Yo,
that's what
yo,
you.
you need to realize that even if X is caused by Y, for Y to even exist, it must have existence as its like property, I guess, right? And it must fall under the concept of existence in order to have existence. Because
You're
you cannot have existence without existence. That's literally contradictory.
don't interrupt me. Don't interrupt me. Okay, don't do
You
that.
interrupted me.
Don't interrupt me. You've
You
interrupted me
interrupted
more
me.
times than I interrupted you because, and I interrupted you because you interrupted me first. So It's kind of like,
You're done talking, so I guess.
but yeah, I've already told you, okay? I've already told you why that just fails because you can't
You're just
necessitate.
repeating yourself.
You fail to necessitate your definition. If that's what you call God, then okay, that's what you call God. That doesn't necessarily mean that that virtue is just gonna be God. So to just like that you're
Okay,
just
well,
even
that's
if
why
you're
I said earlier that this is the position that I believe God exists. I'm not even saying that God necessarily exists, but this is going to be God, right? I'm saying this is what I define God as. Therefore, I satisfy my belief that God exists.
that's retarded. That's retarded. I've already
Okay, well, you can say it's retarded. That doesn't attack anything.
I've already because I've already attacked it. That's the thing. Which you just like
Okay, you
not.
can say you already attacked it. Doesn't make it true.
Yeah, that doesn't. Yeah, God. Yeah, just because you believe God exists doesn't necessarily uh,
I
mean
never said that.
God
I
exists.
said that I satisfied my belief or my burden within the debate.
That's still retarded. That's just does not
Okay, well,
doesn't even debunk the other
okay,
argument.
well then that's just an invincible ignorance fallacy right there.
Yeah, yeah. You just named the random fallacy that doesn't. Oh, it's
Okay, you
fucking.
can say that I named a random fallacy. That doesn't make it true, and that still doesn't debunk that you're still committing an invincible
God,
ignorance fallacy.
God does not exist. That's it.
You said what?
Yeah, yeah. Just God. Yeah, that just because first of all,
What might cut out?
I've already debunked the essence argument. That's
Well, no, you
already.
haven't. You kind of like strawmanned,
I kind of
and I
did.
already told you, and I even sent you a textualized version in chat why that would have to be the case. I guess we could give Vomni as judge, but Vomni, what I said was our essence has to be distinct from our existence because if our essence was our existence itself, then that would say our existence is our existence, and that would be begging the question, and that would be illogical, right?
And not gonna lie, I'm like
Oh my
neutral on this whole entire thing.
I'm gonna have to explain. I'm gonna have to explain.
Neutral, bro.
Wait. I can't hear Vomni. I can't hear Vomni. Vomni, what are you saying?
Hold on one sec. So I'm just saying, and I'm like it's neutral, bro. It's neutral, bro.
It's
No,
neutral?
I'll tell you. I'll tell you what I did. Like
Like I have no opinion on this at all, bro.
Oh.
I
What
just
would you
told him.
defend that to somebody? That's
I
fine.
just told him the problem that because he agreed that essence is essential uh, to existence, right?
Yes, essence is what makes us up. Essence
Yeah.
is what makes up our existence.
It's what makes up our existence. I've told him if X is essential to Y, say X stands for our existence, and Y, I mean essence, and Y stands for our existence. Yet Y, I mean no, yet Y. Yeah, I worded it wrong on accident, but yet Y is distinct from X. Yeah, yeah, I
Okay.
just put it right there. And Y is distinct from X to be apart. Then we could just say that metaphysically and mirrologically X being distinct from Y makes Y not Y, but instead N, which represents the non-existence of Y. Just make
What?
argument all shit. That makes it.
Okay, so if you okay, you're not understanding, bro. Okay, look, I'm saying that I agree that Y is what makes us up. That doesn't mean we're necessarily identical to our existence. Like for example, let's say a
Bro,
table.
yourself
Let's
said
say a
identical,
table.
which just to be apart. So, mirrologically, if we could just
Okay, I'm
say
going.
that, you know, you said yeah, you said that distinct is just to be apart, right?
No,
And we could
I said distinct is just to be separated, different.
separated different. Okay, yeah, I've already said if X is essential to Y, yet it's different from Y or distinct or separate from Y, then it's literally just a contradiction because
Oh my
since
god,
it's
no! Oh my gosh,
Y, bro, stop, don't interrupt me. Since it's
you're not
distinct from
understanding. Okay, I'm saying
stop,
that Y makes up X. That doesn't mean it's identical.
stop interrupting me. Stop interrupting me. Don't interrupt. I've told you, if Y is distinct from X and X is distinct from Y, then Y is not going to be Y anymore because X is separate from Y. And if X makes up Y, then of course Y is not Y anymore because X is separate from Y. That's
Oh
it.
my god, no. Okay, 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 okay.
A
Free, can
neurological
I ask you something? Can I ask you something?
What?
I'm not done talking. I'm not done
Okay, okay,
talking.
okay.
To a neurological framework,
Hold on, bro. Hold on, bro. Okay, so free. Okay, so
What
free.
framework
happened?
If essence, let's say the essence of a car, for example.
to
Yeah.
Y. If
Hold
it's
on,
not
wait,
identical,
wait. Yo, okay. So let's say that there's properties that make up a car, right? Does that
Yeah.
mean the properties of like the things that make up a car, right? Does that mean those properties are the car themselves?
No.
Okay, then.
But that there's a distinction. If he's talking about absolute divine simplicity, there's two types of having properties. So there's having properties in the sense the properties are distinct from the essence, and there's the type of properties where the property you have is identical to your essence, which is called absolute divine simplicity. It's where
Okay.
something's absolutely simple. It's not a contradiction, but something
Yeah, that's
necessary
right.
must have like properties that are identical to it, because if the properties are not identical to it, then
Well,
we
what
ask
I
the
define
question.
God as is just the concept of existence, and as you already know, existence does not have properties at all. So,
Sure, but if you say that an existence has no properties, no, I mean God has no properties.
wait,
That
no,
would be to say
wait,
God has no love. He's not all powerful. He's not all knowing. God is simply just existence. But then that
yeah,
would be to strip him from his
I
consciousness,
know.
his
No, he just
all
made
of his
it.
everything else.
Wait,
well,
wait,
But
he just
a
made it.
purely
No,
actual necessary being
no,
must be
no,
conscious and have some attributes attributed to it, like being
no.
able to do everything
not
and whatnot.
necessarily.
Yo,
Okay, well,
free.
if it's not necessarily and something purely actual means that it has no potentiality, then to say that something is not conscious would mean it is like it is conceivable that this thing has consciousness. It's not a complete contradiction. But if that's true, then that means there's at least one possible world in which it's different. So, thus, we derive that it's a contradiction to say something purely actual is unconscious.
Okay, so look. So you said that you define God to the cause of existence, right?
No, the concept of existence, just existence itself.
Okay, the existence itself.
Hmm.
So wait, so yeah, as I've already said, if you define something to be existence itself, right?
Hmm.
Do you think God is grounded within existence?
No, nothing can be grounded within itself. What do you mean by that? Like causing itself?
Yeah, like would he have to cause himself?
No, that's saying you existed before you
Would
existed.
would he be the first causer?
Yeah, nothing can go above existence and then still have existence.
Yeah, well, that's obvious.
The
Yeah,
cause.
like I don't know why you
Yeah,
said
we would
that.
say God. We would say God is existence, but we wouldn't say just because God is existence, it means He has no properties. Because existence has no properties in the sense that existence isn't a property. Like it's not a
Yeah,
property attributed to things that exist, but existence itself, like it may have properties that are identical to Him. So because it has no parts, there's no contradiction in saying
yeah,
that. Like there's a distinction between existence
No,
itself
no,
and saying
no.
yeah. That's
existence is
why.
attributed to people.
Yeah, P1 and P2 are like specifically talking about things distinct from existence. Packer, yeah.
But I don't even know what you guys are talking about. Like I just hopped off the F and so whatever.
Yeah, no, yeah,
Just
no.
scroll
Look,
up some
no,
and like you'll see like
I'll tell
the
you
whole
the
like
first thing I said.
situation.
Analytically, we do not have to appeal to laws of logic for our analytics because we already appeal to logic and our framework when we can actually follow the laws of logic. If they exist, anything that exists follows the laws of logic. And so intuitively to follow the laws of logic. Um, I don't
He
get the
agreed with
point of
me, by
this.
the way.
It's saying like we don't appeal to the law of logics. Well, we don't have to appeal to the law of logics for our analytics because we
Yeah,
already intuitively appeal to the law of logic. But that's literally
yeah,
like
like that's
that's
what you
literally
want to
saying we
do.
have to. So I don't know why it was said earlier. And let me read more.
Um,
It's either X or not X. It's X because if was X, then it's X because if was X, then this would mean that X equals X, which is begging the question, which is illogical. So that would mean that it would have to be Y, which is what makes up X. That is false. It is either X or X. But to say that X is X would mean it's begging the question is illogical. It doesn't make any sense. Begging the question isn't always illogical because begging the question is illogical if and only if you're talking about begging the question in the sense that there's two distinct things that you're saying are identical to each other. Like it's
Yep.
just true because it is. But in cases, right, where you have analytic truths, that's not the same as saying it's begging the question because denying an analytic truth is accepting one. What do I mean? I mean, for example, if you were to deny analytic truth, like there is some existence or there is some truth, would be to say it is true that there is, or saying there is no truth would be to say that it is true that there is no truth, hence contradicting yourself. So there are analytic truths that you have to agree because if you disagree, then you agree to them and concede. So that's what we mean when we say, like the laws of logic are like quote unquote begging the question, but they're not actually begging the question in like a actual sense. Let me keep reading. If X is essential to Y, yet Y is distinct from Y. If Y is distinct from what the fuck, and Y
Yeah,
is distinct from X to be apart,
made a blank.
neurologically, X being distinct from Y makes Y not Y, but instead and the non-existence of Y. Um. So already there was a blunder when I saw that you said X is essential to Y, yet Y is distinct from Y, because
Yeah,
something
no,
can be
I didn't
distinct
mean
from
to
itself.
type that. Wait, I didn't mean to type that. That was my bad. Just ignore that
No, you're
part.
fine. You're fine. So let me scroll up even more. What else?
You said
So
what?
what else? So what else? Like, let me scroll up more. Is there anything else y'all want to say or no?
Uh,
I was just
I
trying to
guess we
like
can conclude.
in his
What?
argument.
I guess we can like conclude. I guess
Y'all want to conclude? Okay. Y'all can
like to
conclude. I
you.
don't really know what happens. I don't even know what y'all were arguing about. I didn't even see y'all argue. I just came in and y'all asked me
I was
questions.
just
So,
trying to like discuss his argument with him. That's all.
but what's his argument?
Like
Yeah,
scroll up.
it's in the picture.
I was I sent it.
Oh, this.
Yeah.
Our essence is identical to our existence, or our essence is distinct from our existence. Cool. Our essence is not identical to our existence, therefore, our existence is distinct from our essence. ABC. If our essence is distinct from our existence, then the essence is non existent. That is false.
Well, but you just agreed with the first syllogism.
Yeah, but P4 doesn't make sense. P4 doesn't follow. You're basically saying the conditional in P4 doesn't follow. It said if our essence is distinct from our existence, then the essence is non existence. But that's
Yeah,
distinct
it's not
because it's saying
existent.
that the essence is distinct from our existence, not that the essence has no existence at all. Being distinct from our whole existence as a totality is to say it's not identical to it because it's a part of it, meaning it still does have existence and it still exists. It's just not distinct from existence itself. It still has existence. For example, you are distinct from my existence. That doesn't mean you lack existence. You're just another form of existence. Just like our essence is not our existence itself, it's another form of existence that is a part of our existence. Thus, we form the distinction between the two.
Okay. Well, by P4, I just mean like our essence is our non-existence, right?
The
Like
essence is
it's not our
non-existence and is
existence.
essential for it to not exist. Therefore, for our
Yeah.
existence is from our existence, and it's essential for it to not exist. If it's essential for the not existence itself, then there must be something else in virtue of it. It's essential for the existence. There must be something. Yeah. Let me see this. Therefore, there must be something else in virtue of what exists. Nah. Now I can see what you're trying to argue, but no, it's better if you just argue contingency. There's another argument I was working on, which like shows that as long as you have one form of existence, like you have God, like a purely actual being, like it's kind of similar to this, but this one doesn't really follow. Well, it does follow. It's not really true. It's not really that sound. Some of the
Yeah.
premises aren't that good, but
I
that's
should
true.
use my other one, bro.
Whose list is this? Is this Prince list? He has Bali. Yeah, Bali tier. That's probably Bali. Like probably list.
I'm getting
Tron
on
utility
PC.
tier one. What's good, Tron?
I'm getting on
What's good,
PC.
Chad?
You get it
Oh,
on PC?
I'm in call.
So can I like end the
Um,
recording, bro? Since y'all done
yeah.
talking.
Yeah, you can just end the recording on me.